So this is the Endeavour OS Galileo, and it is one of the best Arch-based Linux distros out there. So let's explore and then learn how to install it in the end. So let's get started. So this is the home screen, and I have done some changes to it that we will talk about later. And first of all, if we go to the app launcher, this is how it looks. We have the windows like start menu with the applications and easy to use shortcuts for the restart, sleep and shutdown. Now as always, we will start the exploration from the wallpaper sections. So we have some extra options regarding the wallpapers. We have wallpaper services. So if you select the picture of the day, we can set the wallpaper from different services. And this is how the default wallpaper looks, which isn't actually up to my taste. Now coming to the wallpaper, the services, we have the Bing, Microsoft, NASA or something. So you can definitely try them out. Now going to the system settings, we have first the appearance. We can choose between the light mode and the dark mode and other options. Since it's based on the KDE environment, we have options for the themes that you can get from the right option here. Now the themes are mostly based off Windows and Mac OS, but I really like the default theme that it has for the EndeavourOS, so I'm not going to change it because it looks really nice by default. This is my system information. So I have a Ryzen 2500U, 8GB of RAM. And if you check the processes, actually it's really lightweight. And I've noticed if you're not running any applications, it goes beyond 1%. So that is really cool. So if you have a low-end PC, this is going to be really good on that. Now coming to the widgets, so you can just right click and then select widgets. And you can add all of these widgets from here. Just click on it and it will automatically be added to the desktop. Now you can simply drag and drop them and resize it. So right click and select to go into the edit mode, and it is much easier to use the widgets here than in comparison to something like Linux Mint. And then just cross out to get out of this, and it really gives some kind of personalization to your home screen. So this does not have any app store built in, so you can use services like Flatpak. Then go to the website and install the Flatpak using the terminal. And I mostly use this service on all the Linux platform, including this. It has the Pacman service inbuilt if you want to use that. I mostly use it on all the Linux distros. And the Flatpak website has all the popular applications listed down. So for example, if you click on the VLC application right here, you can simply click on the install icon, then just copy the commands, run it in the terminal, and just click on it. It's going to start downloading and installing the application. And after a while, you can see it is installed. And if you go and check the app launcher, you'll see your application in the list. And with that, we have installed the VLC. Similarly, you can install a lot of other applications, including Steam or Play on Linux or Wine. So I have made a lot of videos on that if you want to check them out. So coming to this Endeavour welcome app, so you can use this to install system updates and the package manager updates. So I will highly recommend you do this after you have first installed it. Just click on it and it's going to just ask for your password and update the whole system UI using the terminal. The updates on the Arch Linux are mostly very stable and does not break your system. So that's another advantage. Now if you also have this app installer, so you do not have an app store, but this just gives you the option to like all of the popular categories, and you can simply click on the applications that you want and it's going to highlight them like this, and then you can just click on install. So this is a really good options if you do not want to install any application, and it does have most of the popular applications that you will need. So now coming to the pre-installed applications, so mostly of it are based like for development or advanced users, as it is a very bare bones OS, so you need to install all of them manually. Now coming to the file manager, we have the Dolphin file manager built in, and this has a really nice UI. We also have multiple tab support, and I also have noticed that if you plug in your pen drive, it gives this very nice UI for the mount and unmount, which looks really good. And also if you try to move files, a lot of files, for example, if I select all of these video files and copy or move them around, the progress for these file transfers you can check out on the right side instead of in the application itself. and it makes it really easy to track your file transfer progress. Now overall the performance of the system has been really great. So now let's move on to the installation part. So first of all, we will need the EndeavourOS ISO file, and on their website actually they have separated the download link via the region, so that makes it quite easy and faster as well. Now we will also download the Balena HR applications, which we will use to create the bootable file for the OS itself. Now open the applications and select your ISO file. Now select your pen drive and then click on the flash to start the flashing process. And once the flashing process is done, you need to make sure you back up everything because it's going to delete everything. And then power off your device and then use the BIOS key here, like press the power button and BIOS key. Make sure you disable the secure boot and change the legacy boot to UEFI, which is recommended. Now use the boot menu key to access your pen drives. Now from the list select your pen drives, and from here you need to select the first option. The second option is for only if you have NVIDIA GPU. So once the OS is loaded, this is the live image. So you need to click on this EndeavourOS icon, and then you will see the start the installer option and other options that you can ignore. So start the installer and then choose the offline mode, which is the recommended option as well. So click on the offline, and then you will see the full-fledged the installation screen. So just choose your language and keyboard layout and everything. Now here is asking you to choose the bootloader. So I'll recommend you just let it be at default. Now here we will select it as in the main partition, which will delete the windows. So just click on erase disk. For dual boot you can use the replace partition option, but it has a different procedure. Now create a username and password and then confirm all of these options and start the install. It's going to start the installation process and it will take a long time. So now with that you have successfully installed EndeavourOS and enjoy using it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And that was it for this video. Thank you for watching.